Hello and welcome back to this, the 5th round of the Smelling Salts League. I'm your host, Super Saiyan Blue Lucario, the coach of the Wigan Warriors. And today we will be taking on the Nevada Nidokings in a 5th round tie for the Smelling Salts League. Looking back at the league table so far, just to let you know how the season has gone. And well, it's not been the best for the Wigan Warriors, playing 4, winning 1, losing 3. But of course there is still 3 games to play, plenty to play for. We're only 2 points off the pace of the playoffs right now. It is, and with a fairly decent differential. It's a neutral differential, but there is still a chance to make up ground. But we need to win, and we need to win every game remaining pretty much to have a chance. So we're going to have to pull out all the stops to have any chance of making the top 4 and the playoffs. Obviously, looking at that league, the Miami Heatran and Phoenix Helioptiles played 4, won 4, top of the pile by some distance. James YCB and Milwaukee Metachams on 4 points. The Metachams overtaking the Warriors after last week's narrow defeat. New England Patriots in 6, Nevada Nidokings with a victory by forfeit move on to 2 points. They're in 7th with the Backstreet Plank Gang still waiting for their first win of the competition. Let's have a look at the other fixtures taking place today, and there are some big matches taking place. Milwaukee Metachams face the New England Patriots. 2 points separate the two sides, and of course a defeat for the Metachams would be a huge setback and leave the playoff race wide open. Backstreet Plank Gang faces James YCB. The Plank Gang desperate to get a win to get their season up and running, try and get them pride, and maybe even launch a late push for the playoffs. James YCB looking to consolidate that playoff position. Miami Heatran face Phoenix Helioptiles in top against second. The 2 unbeaten teams going head to head. Probably the biggest match of the season. Very much looking forward to seeing how that one plays out. And of course, Wigan Warriors facing Nevada Nidokings. Both teams on 2 points. Both teams chasing the playoffs. And it's do or die, a must-win scenario for both teams. So let's have a look at the 2 squads. Firstly, the Wigan Warriors. Of course, the team hasn't changed. You know them, you love them, you're quite familiar with the squad now. We have Toxapex, Jirachi, Tapu Bulu, Hydreigon, Zeraora, Mega Pidgeot, Cresselia, Marowak Alolan Form, Cloyster, Hariyama, Miss Magius, and Cloyster. A few differences in the squad that I've picked for the 6 to face the Nevada Nidokings today. Going for a different approach than usual. Hopefully it will pay dividends because we need the win and we need it now. And we need to pull out everything we've got to pull this off. Of course, the Nevada Nidokings will be thinking the same, and they line up with the following. They have Chansey, Gigalith, Hitmonlee, Tyrantrum, Mega Medicham, Volcarona, Alomomola, Bisharp, Florges, Piloswine, Nihilego, and Rotom-Mow. Now, this team is a bit difficult to contemplate over how he's going to line up, because there's only been 2 matches that he's actually played in. He's had a postponed fixture to be rearranged, and the last one was won by forfeit. So as for the kind of Pokemon he likes to bring consistently, it's a bit difficult to look, but there are some threats in this squad. Chansey has potential to have bulk for days. Gigalith, decent if it runs Sand Force or Sand Rush, depending on the ability he's gone for. Hitmonlee is a very powerful one. Reckless high jump kick can cause a lot of issues. Tyrantrum, the Rock Dragon type. Mega Medicham is a decent Mega type as well, with quite a good attack stat as well. Volcarona is always a problem if you don't deal with it before Quiver Dance. If it sets up that Quiver Dance, that Volcarona has a lot of danger to my team, so I need to pay close attention to dealing with that. I'm assuming he may bring this. Alomomola is a very bulky boy, and with access to Aqua Ring and Wish, potential cleric for the team. Bishop is also a monster, needs to be dealt with early on. Florge, one of my favourite fairy types actually. Again, has potential to either be very offensive or very defensive. Piloswine, Nihilego, Rock Poison, I believe it is. Very high attack, but very fragile as well. And then Rotom Mow. The Rotom variants are always interesting and unique, so they need handling very quickly as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the in-depth form guide. As I briefly mentioned with the Nevada Nidokings, they've only actually played in 2 of their matches, losing 6-2 and then 6-0. The postponed fixture against the Backstreet Plant Gang before their forfeit victory. So their form itself and their top mons are difficult to see. Mega Medicham and Volcarona, the only Pokemon to claim a kill at all. They've both died twice along with his other Pokemon, it's been a bit of a mixture on the Pokemon they've brought, but Mega Medicham and Volcarona with the best differentials of his squad, the only 2 to claim a kill in the entire season so far. While the Wigan Warriors, it's a little easier to see the form guide for us. 3 defeats, but losing 6-4, 6-5, 6-4, very close defeats, always pushing our opponents close, but when it came to the victory, the 6-1 smashing success put us in a good chance of the playoffs, but we do need more wins. We needed to win last week, now we desperately need to win here today. The top forming performers for the Wigan Warriors, Cloyster with a 6-2 differential, mainly from that 5-mon sweep against the Backstreet Plant Gang. Mega Pidgeot with a 4-2 differential, the only other mon with a positive differential on the squad, I do believe. While Hariyama has a neutral 2-2 differential, taking a couple of kills, but also has died in each match he has fought, pretty much. So, yeah, it's always on who's the strongest performers, but this match is still going to be a very interesting battle. Both teams desperately need to win, both teams to have any chance at the playoffs. So that's going to ramp up the pressure in who's going to perform, how it's going to go. It's going to be edge of your seat, that's for certain. I mean, the Warriors need a win. There's no uncertain terms about it. We need to win to have any chance of the playoffs. And, well, I've been talking long enough. Let's get right down to it. So, without further ado, let's get ready to Poke Rumble! Okay, there's a slight issue with the audio of the match, but I'll try and sort that post-recording. To me, it's just complete silence right now. Let's have a look at the squads. He's bringing the Mega Medicham, the Bishop, the Volcarona, the Florge, the Nihilego, and the Tyrantrum. While the Wigan Warriors are lining up with the Mega Pidgeot, the Jirachi, Tapu Bulu, Hariyama, Alola Marowak, and Cloyster. So, who do we want to lead in with here? My thoughts are, I think he might try and lead the Bishop or the Nihilego. That is my thoughts on here. If he leads the Bishop, we should go Pidgeot and smash straight away. It's an interesting one. We're going to risk it. We're going to go with the Pidgeot. He goes Nihilego. Okay, so you are Rock Poison. That is a bad start. Alright. Rock Poison. I'm going to go Hariyama. We needed to get out of there. Okay, you've got Toxic Spikes. That's good to know. I'm going to EQ. Actually, no, you might switch at this point. So we'll go for a knockoff just in case he switches. He does switch, but he goes to the Medicham. takes a good bit of damage. Just one problem. This thing's probably got psychic type moves. Psych poison. EQ might kill this, actually. I could switch. I mean, psychic fighting. He's definitely going to Mega Evolve, so this thing's going to hit hard no matter what I do here. I don't want to hard switch into anything right now. I don't want to lose the Hariyama, though, which is an issue as well. If I switch to Lil Boy, I mean, he'll be going for a psychic type move, most likely. Or do we stick with the EQ at this point? I'm gonna say, do we risk the EQ? Yeah, we're gonna risk the EQ here. He does Mega Evolve, obviously. Zen Headbutt, and it missed. Oh, that could be massive. Okay, we know he outspeeds. So I'm gonna switch into Little Boy here, just in case he does go for the Zen Headbutt. He missed the Zen Headbutt again. Wow. Okay, we can actually set up here. I'm going to Z power and throw in the Normalium Z. Happy Hour. Let's see what you go with this time. We've raised all our stats. We've got the Omnibus. Oh, that is a problem. Okay. Ironhead will kill. And we outspeed. So, first kill goes to Jirachi. Problem though, we've taken a massive amount of damage. He goes to the Volcarona, which we didn't manage to get the rocks up against this thing. That's an issue. I could flinch this thing with Zen Headbutt, and I think that's what I need to go. Yeah, I need to go for this. Hope for the flinch. He gets the Quiver Dance off. That's raised his speed. Okay, so who outspeeds who here? So we're both boosted speed. I'm 448. 328 with... Oh, he's going to outspeed. He definitely outspeeds at this point. That is not good. Okay. Right. I don't want to lose any mons if I can help it. He's probably going to go for the fire type move here, so we could switch into Marowak. That could be a shout, actually. I mean, we should absorb the hit. Problem is he's boosted. I needed the flinch. He does go it. Yep, he's killed us this time. Okay, so it's 1-1 there. You're boosted in your speeds, so I want to try and get you out of here as soon as I can. I think my best bet for doing so... Hang on. So your speed's that. Your speed won't be anywhere close. Oh, damn it. We're going to go Marowak. Yes, we're poisoned. That's not the end of the world right now. If you switch... He roosts this turn. That makes you pure bug, and that gets the one hit KO. That was the worst move you could have done there. Roost loses the flying type side of it. Okay, Tyrantrum now. We've lost Jirachi, which is a problem for dealing with this thing. What is your speed like? 265. Okay. Nymph. Send in the Nymph. Grassy Surge is going to reduce the power of EQ massively. Now, Horn Leech will do huge damage here. But does he predict the switch? Does he go for... I mean, he's got to predict the switch, surely. He's got to predict the Horn Leech. So I'm assuming he's going to switch here. Having those toxic spikes in at the moment is a problem. Okay, he's gone for the Bishop. Horn Leech does not a lot. Now... Oh. Okay. Defense 266. You're going to outspeed. The question is, does he set up? Or do... I could really use this thing staying alive. We'll try... He's probably going to go Iron Head or something like that. At which point, we go for Marowak. He goes for Knockoff instead. Okay. That one shot. That's a problem. Alright, Edrib. Now we throw in the Mega Evolution because Heat Wave's going to kill this thing. Straight away, we will outspeed it. Unless he goes for a Sucker Punch here. Which is actually a possibility. And Sucker Punch might kill me. He did go for Sucker Punch. He didn't kill though. Oh, wow. Okay, we needed that. The Bishop is gone. He has 3 left. Alright. In comes Florge. I'm going to Roost this turn. Goes for Moonblast. Does quite a bit of damage, actually. He's got the special attack drop as well. Okay. If we defog, we get rid of the spikes and then switch. We will live another Moonblast. Just. Oh my god. Now. This is interesting. Yeah, we're going to go Nymph. It's risky, but we'll go Nymph. Moonblast. That takes... Oh. Alright, I'm going to Horn Leech this and try and get off as much damage as we possibly can. Moonblast again. Okay, that did a good amount. That will kill this turn. He Synthesized. Okay. That's annoying. We got our health back, though. Is he trying to stall out the grassy terrain here? I feel like he might be. He'll have to Synthesis each turn if he wants to stall that out. I mean, he's got a couple of turns left to hold on. Or does he sack off the Florge? He does pretty much sack off the Florge here. Okay, Tapu Bulu, first kill of the tournament for him. Excellent job. He's probably going to go Nihilego. He does go Nihilego. Right. So, at this point, I'm going Hariyama because you're a problem. Sludge Wave does good damage. We're going Knockoff in case he... Even if you change to the Tyrantrum at this point, I will knock off the item. Go Sludge Wave. Knockoff does big damage. Gets rid of the Black Sludge as well. Okay, that did 34%, so we would actually live at this point. I'm going to EQ. Go Sludge Wave. We live Sludge Wave. And there's the EQ to finish that. In comes the Tyrantrum. Now, who outspeeds who? We're 136. Yeah, you're definitely outspeeding me there. So, let's go into Nymph. To resist the inevitable EQ. Actually, no, he's probably going to go Dragon Raid. He's got Outrage on this thing. He did go for Outrage. Is he still locked into that, even though I'm immune? I wonder. I'm going to Horn Leech this thing. Yeah, he is locked in. Oh, wow. That is painful for this guy. Horn Leech to finish. GG, my dude. A much-needed win for the Wigan Warriors. A victory. A 6-2 victory. He did take 2 kills. Very well played on his part. But yeah, that is a win for the Wigan Warriors. Thank you very much for watching this battle. A very important win for the Wigan Warriors today, keeping their playoff ambitions alive with that victory over Shadowed Zoroa fighting as the Nevada Nidokings. Of course, had the Nidokings won, that would have accelerated their own playoff ambitions. So a big defeat for them in the race for the top 4 as we enter the final 2 weeks. Let's have a look at how the MVPs for the round. And of course, on the Nidokings side, their 2 kills coming from Bishop and Volcarona. Everyone else did die. Volcarona getting another kill for the Nidokings, probably their best performer so far, but still a bridge too far for this battle. As for the Warriors, Tapu Bulu getting their first kills of the season, proving exactly why they were drafted in the first place. A 2-0 differential there. Mega Pidgeot getting another kill without the differential. And Hariyama landing another kill as well. All 3 proving their worth to the squad. Obviously, the other 2 kills coming from Jirachi and Alola Marowak, who both unfortunately did die. I feel like I could have saved them in that match, but unfortunately, I didn't see the plays at the time, and hindsight is 2020. In the heat of the moment, you got to go with your gut instinct, and we did get the win. So that is the most important thing, a 6-2 win. Speaking of results, let's have a look at how the results went elsewhere, and the rescheduled round 2 battle between Nevada Nidokings and the Backstreet Plant Gang has taken place, in which the Nidokings won 6-1, a big win on the back of their forfeit victory last week, gives them an actual fighting chance of the playoffs. But of course, their defeat today does hinder those ambitions. They have 2 rounds left to try and save their playoff chances. It's not going to be easy for them, that's for certain. The other rounds today, Milwaukee Metachams with a 6-3 win over the New England Patriots. A hard-fought win. In the end, the Patriots making the match closer than anticipated towards the end. It was heading towards a 6-1, but the Porygon 2 coming in with a few late kills to bring the differential down. That could really hurt the Milwaukee Metachams' playoff ambitions if it comes down to differential. They may be kicking themselves with that one. The Backstreet Plant Gang losing 6-0 to James YCB. And it's a result that's, I feel, is hurting the integrity of the league a bit, because they've changed their team to pretty much Little Cup members, a meme team, and are just getting wiped the floor with. Their actual team, their original team drafted, could have put up a hell of a lot more of a fight than that, and it's basically giving away free victories at this point. Not overly impressed with it, but it is what it is, and you've got to live with it. The Nevada Nidokings losing 6-2 to the Wigan Warriors, a huge win for us, keeping our playoff chances on track going into the final 2 games against the 2 teams who fought in a top-of-the-table clash today. The Miami Heatran facing the Phoenix Helioptiles, with the Helioptiles coming on top 6-3. With the results of the earlier games, you wouldn't have expected it, but the Helioptiles performed brilliantly in this. They read everything and destroying the Mega Venusaur early. It was all downhill from there for the Heatran. They did pull a few kills late on, but by then it was just stemming the tide. The Helioptiles far superior in the match, very well played there, and deservedly with the win. Speaking of the win, let's have a look at how that changes the league table. After everyone has played 5 now, so it's easier to see how things stand. Phoenix Helioptiles, the only unbeaten side in the league now, played 5, won 5, and look at that differential. Killing 30 with only 11 deaths, a differential of plus 19. 2 points ahead of the Miami Heatran, who've won 4, lost 1. A 27 kills, 13 death ratio. They're 5 behind on the differential and 2 points behind on points. But a win and a defeat next week for either side could change things around massively going into the final weekend. The Helioptiles face the Wigan Warriors next week, and if we're to keep our playoff chances alive, we need to win. So that could change things around yet. But of course, we'd face the Heatran in the final round, which could also change things again. Who knows? I mean, we have a big part to play in who finishes top in this league. That is for certain. In third place, James YCB holding a differential advantage over Milwaukee Medichamps thanks to that victory over the Backstreet Plant Gang. The Milwaukee Medichamps being hurt with their differential a little with the late kills from the New England Patriots, but they're into a positive differential now. We still have the Wigan Warriors in 5th, just outside the playoffs, breathing down their necks. A very good differential, +4, with 25 kills to the 21 deaths. So we are breathing down the necks of both teams above us on points. They've got to keep winning if they are to have a chance of maintaining those playoff spots. One slip-up is all it's going to take, and we could really steal that spot. Nevada Nidokings do have an outside chance of the playoffs as well. They, I believe, will be playing the teams above us, so they could really help or hinder playoff ambitions for many sides there. New England Patriots falling to second bottom after their defeat, with their 4th defeat in 4 matches. Obviously, one of those being a forfeit defeat, so that did help them a little, but there you go. And then making up the rear, the Backstreet Plant Gang. Played 5, lost 5. A massive differential against them. They are mathematically unable to make the playoffs now, just as the Phoenix Helioptiles are the first to mathematically guarantee themselves a playoff spot. The other teams are still fighting for their spots. Miami Heatran could confirm their place with a win next week. So the teams below, it's still all to play for, as the race for the top 4 is still very much alive for the teams from 3rd to 6th now. I do believe, yes, the New England Patriots are unable to make the top 8, with the top 4 even, with the specific fixtures that are remaining. And of course, they do have a forfeit defeat in there as well to be added late on. So that is the table. Let's have a look at the Lord Beerus Award standings. And there's been a few changes in here. Lando T, top of the pile still with +7 differential, but other teams have joined the fray. Tapu Lele on a +7 for the Phoenix Helioptiles, but with 1 less kill to their name. But they've also played 1 less game, so that could make some impact on that. Mega Scizor joining the top ranks now with 3 kills in their recent match, going them to +6. Kyrem as well, landing quite a few kills against the Miami Heatran, pulling itself into the top pile as well with a +5. And then you have Alola Muck on +4. Cloister from the Wigan Warriors still in the top 8. Didn't actually see any action in our battle today. If it had, it may have improved its own standings, but it survived, so that was a very important part. Kartana now falling after dying in its recent battle, and Crocodile making up the top 8. So the Lord Beerus Award looking like a very closely fought race before the top 3-4 Mons. Many things could change. There are still 2 rounds left in the Lord Beerus Award standings, as the playoffs are not included for this award. But yeah, there we go. And a very important clash next week. The Wigan Warriors, we need to keep winning, and it's not going to get any harder than top of the league Phoenix Helioptiles in our round 6 battle. Be sure to check that out next Monday when it goes live. And thank you very much for watching. If you want to leave a like, comment and subscribe, you can be informed of all future content. And of course, until next time, it's time for me to have a cup of tea.